Bonjour.
Bonjour.
How are you, my friend?
Bien.
Bien, très bien.
Comment allez-vous?
We'll stop. Sorry.
Je m'appelle Nicole.
Je m'appelle Erin.
Je m'appelle Nicole.
Welcome to Dude That's Fucked Up, guys.
C'est fucked up. I don't know what it. This is Dude That's Fucked Up.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
We're just having a lot of fun. I love when we're both doing the notes at the same time, and we could see what each other is writing, and then there's just a bunch of all caps. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's great. It's so fun.
Because I'm like, yeah, we could just like see each other writing and then interact with each other while we're doing it. And
Like
it's like
in the Google Doc, it's great.
It's like
it's fun.
It's like this, but in words.
It's so great.
It's very fun.
Yeah, it's like our thought process, like in real time. It's great.
Yeah. Is today Halloween in real life?
It is.
Oh my God! Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. It's Ooky Spooky. Hope your costume turned out great, whatever it may be. Hope it's like funny and not racist. I hope people get it, you know, because sometimes like people have like wild fucking costumes that are very niche.
Yeah.
That, you know, people don't get. So I hope people get it, whatever it is that you decided to be. Maybe you're a sexy vampire. Good for you.
Good for you. Good for
Good for you.
her. Good for
Good for her.
Good for
Good
him.
for him. Yeah.
Good for
Happy
them.
Halloween.
Yeah. You know what? Dress as whatever you want. Just don't be offensive.
Yeah.
I'm sending
It was my
you-
birthday.
It was your birthday, yes. Happy
great.
belated birthday. Also, happy early birthday.
Yeah, because we're recording this before. I'm pretending like I already had my birthday.
I love it. Oh my God.
But I always do the thing of where I'm like, you know when you like forget how old you are? And you're like, you just round up. You're like, I'm 35, whatever, you know?
Yeah. Well, you are. You are.
Yeah.
You are and you aren't right now.
Yeah.
Depending on when you listen to this. Ooh.
Some
spooky.
interdimensional. Ooh. Aging is scary.
I just sent you my Halloween costume. I texted it to you.
Ooh, you did? Let me look. Let's see what we got here. Come on, phone. I'm not used to my phone. Holy shit. Did you make that?
Yeah, I sewed it.
Oh my God, you are so fucking talented. You guys, it's a large felt vagina. It's like a human-sized vagina. It's amazing. You gotta like pierce the clit or something. At the top.
That's fun. My face,
Yeah.
my whole face.
Yeah, your whole face is... No, your face is just like... You should paint it like silver or something. And your face is the piercing.
I love it. It is the pierced clit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It's cute. It's cute. I love it. Wow, you are very talented. You're getting very good at arts and crafts.
I can't believe it. It's so much fun. I made that. I just like Google image searched vagina costumes. Technically, it's a vulva.
Yeah.
Because the vagina is on the inside, but whatever.
Right.
But I just Googled it and I was like, okay, I think I can make this. And then I just started cutting things and sewing them, and what a treat!
It looks great. It's really, really lovely.
We used
You're
it in
doing great.
we used it in a sketch show. So
Awesome.
yeah, it was for like 2 seconds. But you know what?
And now you have a Halloween costume.
And a women's march costume. So
That's right.
it's very good. Do you have a costume for Jack?
We are going to. He's going to be a never nude. Like from Arrested Development. We got some cut off shorts, and yeah, I think that's like one of those niche things. Like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know, if you watch Arrested Development,
Yeah.
it's a joke from
Cute.
that show.
Cute.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I don't know. I think it'll people get it, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you have a costume or no? You're not.
I think I'm gonna be what we're gonna talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
spoiler, I have an axe already.
Oh, yeah.
In my living room.
Okay, but you can't carry that around On the
no,
streets?
I won't do that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
weird.
You need like a plastic one.
I'm going to scare the children that come to my door.
Oh, fun. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I just need like an old-timey dress and a fake, I guess. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
It'd also be fun to like splash blood all over you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any business before we get into it?
I mean, I don't think so. Just check out the Patreon. Go to the website.
You know, all the things.
All the things. Buy a shirt. Buy a sticker if you want. We got those.
Yeah.
We have them.
Oh. Yes.
I will personally send them out to you.
Erin mails them from her home.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. Also, if you want to carry the spoopy vibe over into November, our shirts are a little bit spoopy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they have a skull on it, but it's like a cute skull because it has a flower coming out of it. Because we are gross, but also effeminate.
That's right. Yeah.
And so we strike that perfect balance.
I think so.
I think the only thing missing from our logo is like a clouded fart over the over the skeleton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
or like a little like cat turd in the background or some fun Easter egg.
Yeah.
What if oh man, we should have had them design the middle of the flower to be an asshole.
Yeah, that would have been cute.
Like a little Easter egg. That would have been fun.
Look over and my cat's literally licking his butthole now. What a well-timed. And he's in the cat's bed in the baby's little swing. He like thinks he owns that now. What an asshole. I
saw that on Instagram. You got to put like a box in there when you're not using it or something.
Yeah, I like want to kick him out of it right now, but like it's kind of cute. So I'm a pushover. I don't care.
How else is your kid gonna develop antigens to like cat dander?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to make sure there's cat hair everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's gonna love it. He sneezes all the time.
Jack does?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
No, just every now and then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, baby sneezes are cute. Little baby burps, sneezes, farts, they're all cute. Speaking of farts, okay. I'll just tell you it's not even fucked up really, but I just thought it was very funny.
This is your fucked up of the week?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go first?
No, I you go ahead.
Okay. So we got a new couch because ours was like basically a piece of plywood with a cushion on it. Yeah. And my mom currently works at Macy's and she gets a discount and stuff. Yeah, it's very nice.
I love their homeware department.
So nice. Well, we got a very nice couch and it's like bigger than our last one, which was like a tiny apartment couch that we got when we lived in New York. And then now we have like a sectional and there's like a chaise part to it and it's very luxurious. And
love it.
I just have been like lounging on it whenever I can. Oh,
did you hear that?
Yeah,
a little squeal.
And yesterday morning, I was like sitting on the couch and I farted, and Pete was in the kitchen, and so usually Pete goes, "Bless you," when I fart, which is so cute because
that's precious.
He's not like gross about it. You know, he's not like ew. He's like, "Bless you," and I'm always like, "I didn't sneeze, I farted," and he's like, "I know."
He's like, that's the joke.
Yeah, that's the joke. So yesterday I farted on the new couch, and he was in the kitchen, and he goes, "Bless your little heart," and I giggled, and he goes, "Did you just christen the new couch with a fart?"
Oh my god!
And I was like,
that's adorable.
I said, "Am I the first one?" He goes, "Nope." He'd been tooting all over it the night before when I was at home, so I thought that was funny.
Well, it's well broken in now. It has your poop particles embedded in its fabric.
We've both branded our new couch.
Yeah.
So everything is great.
Cute. You guys are precious.
Yeah. It's pretty gross. What is your fucked up thing for the week? Do you have anything?
really. It's all,
Yeah.
35 now.
I know.
It's all downhill from here.
Well, what are the benefits of being 35? I feel like
I have life experience. I am officially like an adult. Like this is I feel like I felt that when I turned 30, but like now it's like, all right, you're closer to death now. It's fine.
I feel like 30 was still 30 was still too close to your like mid 20s.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm way on the other side of that now. Not that I feel different, but I give less fucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, I feel like the day I turned 30, it was like, oh, I feel so much more at ease. Like I broken through, I made it out alive out of my 20s. Like, now's the time to relax into my own skin. Mm-hmm. And my skin is pretty relaxed. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So nothing really fucked up, just, aging and stuff.
Yeah, the usual.
Hope we get some trick-or-treaters tonight.
Yeah.
Got all the candy.
That's good.
We always have extra candy. It's maybe that's my fucked up thing. We always get too much candy, and then I just like have it.
And then you have to eat it because it's there.
And I'm like, oh, whoops.
What do you get?
Too many Reese's peanut butter cups. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking jam. I get a mixture of chocolate candy and like gummy candy, like Sour Patch Kids, and then.
Oh, that's nice. In case they're like, oh, my son, Wyoming is allergic to peanuts, and you're like, okay, here's a Jolly Rancher.
No problem, Karen. I got you covered. I got some gluten-free suckers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I got some sugarless, flavorless.
Definitely will give your kid diarrhea, but
oh god.
No, I feel so bad for kids who like have, like issues with like peanuts and stuff. Like my cousin is super allergic to everything, so
no, it's awful.
Probably like she probably hates Halloween because it's like, well, can't have that candy. Everybody else is doing fun shit.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, that's got to be hard. I was so lucky because like my parents they never ate the good stuff I got. They would maybe each take one piece that they wanted, and then my dad would eat all the stuff we hated.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really nice of him.
Well, I'm sure he was stoked about it.
Maybe,
I'm sure it was like, was it Werther's Originals and like,
no, I like
those. Those weird Bracks. Remember Bracks? Those like
ew.
chewy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like those. I don't know.
No, it'd be like
they're like knockoff Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he would eat like the Raisinets or like anything.
Ew.
Yeah, anything that was like, or like goobers or whatever. Anything that was just like
malted milk balls. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. I really liked Whoppers when I was a kid, and then at some point I was like, ew, these are gross.
They're so gross.
I know.
I never liked them. I don't understand them.
They're so sweet and so chalky at the same time. I'm like, how is this possible? Like my jaw hurts from how sweet they are, and yet at the same time there's no flavor.
Well, it's like a weird flavor. It's like it's gross. It's like not good. I don't get it.
No, they should stop making those.
Yeah.
Bring back the Butterfinger BBs.
Oh, Butterfinger BBs, dude.
Oh, man. I fucking love a Butterfinger. And the Butterfinger BBs were like the perfect
ratio.
Oh, my God. And you could eat them at the movie theater, and they were so good.
Oh, my God. Yes.
I think I might have a Butterfinger.
Whoa. A Butterfinger?
A Butterfinger. I think I might have a Butterfinger before my surgery.
You absolutely should.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to eat a bunch of things this weekend. I've been eating very clean, But I'm like, let's go to Disneyland this weekend just to get treats. I don't even want to ride any rides.
my God.
I just want to get a churro.
I always think about, they have like those like, I don't know, they're like sour balls. Like they're chewy.
Oh.
They're like cherry flavored sour balls that you can get at Disneyland that I always think about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe Santa will bring you some for your birthday.
Oh.
Maybe he already did.
Oh. That's cute. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else fucked up. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm very excited.
All right. Well, you guys, it's a very ooky spooky time of year. And what better way to celebrate than talking about an axe murderer? I already hinted at it earlier.
We're just gonna, basically, we're just gonna tell you guys the plot from So I Married an Axe Murderer and then, like, act out our favorite parts.
Yeah. Like, where he's, like, singing the jazz about it. Oh, my God.
Woman. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. I don't remember.
I love that movie. Ooh, I'm going to watch that when I have my surgery.
I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, my God. That's a good one.
Are you, like, writing down all the things you want to do
notes.
and see?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're talking about today we're talking about Lizzie Borden. Mm-hmm. And if you're listening to this, you probably know about Lizzie Borden. All you sick fucks out there know who Lizzie Borden is.
Yeah.
But in case you don't, here's a quick refresher. So this is a woman who grew up in an affluent neighborhood in Fall River, Massachusetts. This is in the late 1800s. And, you know, despite being well off, her dad was a frugal asshole. And wouldn't even spring for goddamn indoor plumbing, which seems really rude.
Yeah, it's not even that it wasn't, like, a thing during that time.
It was totally, it had been a thing for a while.
Yeah, it had been a thing, but he was like, nope, you still got to shit outside in the outhouse or whatever. And they were like,
yeah, ugh. So.
Or in a bucket in the hallway.
Yeah, there's some, I don't know, foreshadowing. They grew up really religious. Her mom died when she was a baby, and her dad remarried a woman named Abby when she was 2. And she called her Ms. Borden, which seems really weird and sarcastic even for a 2-year-old. Just kidding. When she grew up, she called her that. She had a sister named Emma who seemed chill, I guess, from what I've read. And I think they got along well enough. They were like sisters. So yeah, and that's like the basic gist of it. Like, she was just like living in this house with her dad and her stepmom and her sister, and they also had a maid named Bridget, I think. But like, and her dad was wealthy, but was just like such a miserly jerk. Like, he didn't seem like a nice man at all.
Listen, 2 people ended up dead. I think everybody knows this. And honestly, I would be shocked if no one in that house died, because it sounds like it was a fucking terrible nightmare. It was like, first of all, her sister and her still lived there, but they were both in their, like, at least their 30s, right?
I think they're in their late 20s, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the older sister was like 10 years older or something, so she was definitely older, but it's like 2... at that time, middle-aged women, like, living at home with their parents, one of whom they don't like very much, obviously. They did not like the stepmother. And
she was like 32 when this all went down.
Who, Lizzie?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one was in her 40s then, which, it's like, get out.
It's strange. Yeah, I think it's because they were, like, so religious, like, and their dad was just, like, I don't know, it seems they had a very creepy kind of, like, vibe going on.
There's some weird shit going on.
Some weird shit was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't seem like a fun house to grow up in, and like, these were adult women living under the roof of their really religious, really just, their dad just did not want to buy anything ever, but like, they were a wealthy family. Like, I think the estimated wealth for in today's money would have been like, he would have been valued at like $8 million. So he was like very much a millionaire. So they live in this weird household. Like, they don't get along with their dad very well. They don't get along with their stepmom very well. And it's like, duh, you're fucking adult women. Like, this is weird.
I know, but okay, I guess maybe during that time it was like, you didn't, like, if you didn't get married off, you didn't really live on your own. You were like,
it's spinster. Like they missed a window. Like you know, there was no, like they missed the boat on like getting courted and married off or something.
Yikes.
So that sucks.
Maybe because they had a weirdo dad.
Yeah. So they were living in this strange house.
Yeah.
In this strange situation. probably miserable. They didn't have indoor plumbing, like you said.
Yeah. They were for sure miserable.
Yeah, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have, like, gas. Like, they didn't have anything, like, any modern, like, luxury.
Yeah.
And everybody around them, like, they're in, like, a nice neighborhood, so everybody around them did. It was like they were living in this, like, weird, like on a farm, basically.
Yeah. They were, like, living in backwards times because, like, technology was innovating, and, like, they didn't even have, like, oil fixtures at a time when electricity was already starting to become the norm.
Yeah, they had, like, kerosene lamps and stuff, and it was like,
it's like,
yeah, everybody around them, like, their neighbors their houses were getting wired for electricity, and they all definitely had, like, indoor plumbing.
Yeah. And they weren't even in the rich part of town, even though they could afford it. They were, like, in, like, a normal part of town.
Like, yeah. And they had family, I think, that lived in, like, the more wealthy part of town. So they were, like, kind of, I don't think they were ostracized. I just think they were just, like, the weird branch of the family.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah. I mean, I listened to a podcast that was, like, speculating on why they weren't married and all that stuff, and it was kind of like, well, they weren't like good enough for other people in their, like, societal class.
Yeah.
Like, because they were really weird and, like, didn't spend their money or even really act like they had money, and so, like, other dudes with money didn't want to marry those ladies.
Yeah, even though they knew they did have money, it was just like,
yeah,
I don't want to deal with your weird fucking dad.
Yeah. I don't want to marry into your family because your dad's fucking weird. Also, yeah, they didn't have indoor plumbing, and this is really upsetting to me, but they still used, like, piss buckets and shit in the house, and
like,
would, like,
chamber pots.
Yeah, chamber pots. Even though they had like an outhouse or something, like, in the basement, or, like, some sort of, like, bathroom type situation that they could use, but it was, like, kind of hard to get to, and probably in the winter and stuff you wouldn't want to go out there. You'd have to get, like, fully dressed, go out there.
Yeah, it's Massachusetts.
Yeah. So they just, like, would piss and shit in this bucket, and then they'd just throw it out into the yard.
Ugh.
It's like the Clampets or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, like the Beverly Hillbillies living in the middle of, like, a, you know, in the suburbs.
In like Thousand Oaks.
Yeah.
Act like you've been somewhere.
The Thousand Oaks Hillbillies.
Oh,
God. The Glendale Hillbillies. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So they just, I don't know. Everybody was, like, probably, like, mean to each other, and they would all fight a lot, I think. They just, just generally didn't get along.
Yeah, they didn't eat dinner together or anything.
Yeah, like, the two sisters would eat dinner, like, together usually, but, like, not with the parents.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was weird. It was a weird place.
Yeah.
For them to, I don't know. Yeah, I think the end result, though, is, like, they all really didn't get along, and their father, Andrew, and their stepmother, Abby, ended up being murdered.
Yeah.
So in the days leading up to the murders, there was some shit that had gone down, some, like, family dramas. So, I guess, like, the dad killed a bunch of Lizzie's pet pigeons.
Oh,
I don't know if this is real or not. Like, there's some conflicting, like, reports about this. If, like, he really, like he might have killed some pigeons. We don't know if she was keeping them as pets or, like, as livestock, kind of. Which I don't know. What the fuck are you, like, gonna eat those pigeons? I don't know.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
I think she was. I think Lizzie was a pigeon lady.
Yeah, but then I read that she also, like, had no qualms about harming animals.
I know. So. Okay, I read that too. Honestly, I think she.
But that's all. I think she was a mess. But also, like, who knows what the real truth of it is? But, yeah. So he killed some of her pigeons. She was pissed about that.
Yeah. Fucking shots fired, Dad.
Yeah. She tried to buy, what is it, Prussic?
Oh, prussic acid.
Yeah. The day before the murders, to clean her sealskin cape.
Ugh.
This was a thing in this time because it's waterproof.
Whatever. I don't know. It's just like she had a fucking sealskin cape. I don't know. Well, obviously the thing is, was she buying it to poison her family? But she was like, "Oh no, I have to clean my sealskin cape," and it's like, I don't care what you want this for. Any of these reasons are freaky to me.
Yeah. You're weird.
Yeah,
But here's some prussic acid, I guess.
Also, why do you got to clean your sealskin cape in the middle of summer? Because this all takes place in the middle of summer. So I'm like, I don't know. But she probably had pigeon pets, a sealskin cape. It's just like not. Things are not like building to make her look like someone I would want to hang out with.
No, definitely not. No. And then I guess a few days leading up to the murders, also the whole family got really, really fucking sick, like food poisoning sick. They all had like diarrhea and vomiting and shit.
Yeah. Because they were eating 5-day-old mutton that no one bothered to refrigerate. And they just kept eating it and then shitting themselves. Like,
it was the middle of summer.
In the middle of summer, yeah. They just left it out in the middle of like a really hot time period too.
Oh God. And remember, they had no indoor plumbing.
Oh my God. There's just like fucking diarrhea buckets everywhere.
How fucking miserable, dude.
Dude, what a disaster. It is. If you think about that, like, she's trying to buy poison, like, the day before. Everyone in the house has diarrhea. The only thing they've eaten is, like, gross-ass mutton. And it's, like, making them sick. She's fucking stewing in the fact that her dad maybe murdered her pigeon friends.
Yeah.
Like, a couple months earlier.
Everybody's sweaty.
Everybody's sweaty. These women are most likely sexually frustrated because they're, like, in their 30s and 40s. I'm guessing because back then you stayed a virgin and they were like very chaste, and she was a Sunday school teacher, so like I feel like, you know, there's just like it's like that scene in Willy Wonka when Augustus Gloop gets stuck in the tube and all the pressure's building and he's like, "You want to know how a gun works, Charlie?" And then it's like, watch this kid, because the pressure's gonna build so much he's just gonna shoot off into space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This sounds just, I would have popped off long before.
Dude, the other thing, the like last like nail in the coffin thing is like, they didn't have hallways in this house because the dad was like very weird and thought it was a misuse of space, like a waste of space. To have hallways.
The feng shui was all fucked up in this house.
Dude, it was fucking, you had to go through someone's room to get to the next room. And so you Yeah, it's like all railroad style because all the rooms connected. There was no hallway, so you couldn't shut a door and be in there in private. Someone might have to come through your room to get to their shit bucket when they have diarrhea. They don't care if you're taking a shit on your bucket in your room. They're just going to come through and get their shit bucket. So it's like...
What a house of horrors.
Oh my God. A house of horrors.
So yeah. So on the morning of August 4th, someone Lizzie. Someone murdered Abby and Andrew Borden. AKA Ms. Borden and her Scrooge McDuck husband. AKA Lizzie's miserable dad and stepmom.
Oh my God.
So Abby was murdered sometime between 9:30 and 10 a.m. in the guest room of the house. Also, it was August 4th, 1892. Sorry. I didn't say the year. So Abby was murdered sometime between 9:30 and 10 a.m. in their guest room. She was facing her attacker, and she was struck initially right in the side of her goddamn head with a fucking hatchet, right above her ear. So she hit the ground and was hacked 17 times in the back of her head.
Overkill.
And she was very dead after that. Yeah, she was fucking dead. So, and in the meantime, Andrew was out doing some shit, running some errands, around the time that Abby was killed. But he came back home and went to chill on the couch sometime around 11 a.m. And he was just trying to catch a nap when suddenly he was hacked to death. He was struck about 11 times. I think it was 11 times. And his fucking eyeball was split in two.
Ew.
Which led forensics, investigators to believe he was asleep at the time of the attack. So much for 40 winks, am I right?
Oh!
Hey-o.
80 winks, bitch. 80.
Hey, split that eyeball right in half. Oh, man.
Wait, why would that say was asleep?
I don't know.
That's dumb.
I guess because he would have moved his head if he would have.
Oh, seen it coming.
He would have seen it coming.
Oh.
But he did not see that coming.
Yeah, got it.
So his eyeball was split in two. And then so Lizzie was home and she discovered the bodies.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote discovered. Yeah, when she was obviously detained and questioned by investigators because she, pretty suspicious. Mm-hmm. And her story was inconsistent, changed several times. But the police that interrogated her, initially, when they got to the crime scene, mm-hmm. they were just, so annoyed with her attitude that they just, forgot how to be police officers. They forget and do all police the things work that they needed to do. Yeah. So they just really wanted to be mad about her being calm, but also I don't know. She was weird when they were questioning her, and they were just so taken aback by her attitude that they just really, really, really couldn't handle it, and were just really preoccupied with that. So yeah, they totally didn't do any police work.
Oh my God.
And she was not feeling well, so they didn't search the house for evidence and stuff on the day of, and she just stayed at the house.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's so strange. And she had a family friend come and stay over, and it was just all very strange.
It's weird that women could be manipulative in that sort of way back then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not feeling well. And it's oh, sorry, little lady. We'll get out of your hair. You know what I mean?
Well, it's they were annoyed with her attitude, but she was also using the my parents just died to get them out of the house, Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So who fucking knows? But they were just they were so annoyed by her demeanor. Because I think maybe at the time, when they first were trying to figure out what was going on, and she starts saying conflicting things, they weren't thinking oh, she's a prime suspect. They were just trying to figure out what had happened.
Yeah.
But they were also annoyed that she was just not being very on top of her shit and reliable. And then she was I'm not feeling well. And then they were oh, I don't know. It was they just assumed she couldn't have done it, and so they just left. I don't know. It's all very strange.
Oh my God.
But yeah, they didn't check her clothes or they didn't look around the house for a murder weapon or anything that you would try to look for if you were a competent police officer.
That is crazy, because it's not like they died in their sleep. You know what I mean? It's they were clearly murdered. There's blood everywhere, and their faces are chopped into their skulls.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were oh, this is so violent. It couldn't have been. It had to have been a madman that did this, and it was just so brutal. So yeah, and so they didn't search the house. But 2 days later, they did conduct a thorough search of the house to find evidence. But by then, I'm assuming she did it.
Yeah. Oh,
obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not being shy about that. But so that means she could have cleaned up any kind of evidence. She could have gotten rid of a murder weapon. She could have, anything that was related to the murder, she could have done anything with, because it took them 2 days to actually search the house for all this stuff.
Yeah.
She was seen at one point burning a dress. She said she got paint on, mm-hmm. which when did you become an artiste? Like, what are you talking about? And also, like, why are you burning it? Like, what?
Oh my God, fucking Lizzie Picasso over here.
Yeah.
What is she painting? Like,
yeah, and like, why? Like, just throw it in the trash if you got paint on it. You don't have to fucking burn it.
Yeah, that's
what
weird.
What are you doing?
That is weird.
It was strange. Yeah, so I don't know.
And didn't her and her friend saw her and narked on her, right?
Yeah, I think that was like part of the evidence that was later brought in at trial. But I don't know. A lot of the evidence, the circumstantial evidence, became inadmissible because there was no formal like inquiries by like the police department or something. Like they didn't enter it into evidence. They didn't enter her testimony into like at all. So I don't know. Yeah, it all, they just didn't do a very good job of investigating this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then of course there's a trial. And as time had gone on, they decided that Lizzie was the prime suspect because she was just acting so strange, and there was all this shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So the trial was very sensational at the time. It's been compared to the later trials of Bruno Hauptmann, Ethel and Julius Rosenberg, and O.J. Simpson. Those are like all very high profile landmark in like publicity and public interest in the history of American legal proceedings. So that was like it was just in every newspaper. It was very all over the place. Everybody was talking about it.
Also, I feel like it was so gruesome of a crime. And
yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and also our lead suspect and who we're going to bring the charges up against and put on trial is the daughter and the stepdaughter of the two people that were killed. It's like, oh, and she was like a church lady and all this stuff. It's like,
yeah, it was like shocking.
Yeah, it's so shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, so people were just like, what the fuck? And wanted to like know every single little bit about it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go too much into detail about the trial, but let's just say her lawyer lawyered the shit out of it, and there wasn't enough like direct hard evidence to link her to the murders. And then even then the circumstantial evidence was too weak, and so she was acquitted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She got off. If the axe don't split, you must acquit. I don't fucking know.
I feel like, oh God, it was so dumb. They never could use her as a credible witness because her story always changed, you know?
Yeah.
But like the best thing that happened to her, which I think she lucked out. Because, like, the police didn't do their job, which already was, like a plus in her column. And then when they got to her house on the day of the murders, she was acting so annoying that they gave her morphine to, like, calm her nerves. And then she was, like, super fucked up. So then they couldn't use any of her statements in court later.
Yeah, because she was on hardcore drugs.
Yeah. Well, and I think she stayed on morphine, like, throughout, like, that year or whatever. And then eventually they're like, she is having such a hard time keeping her story straight. We can't even put her on the stand. So she didn't even end up having to testify. Which is, like, she lucked out so big.
Like, can you imagine if something like that happened nowadays? Like...
No.
It's just so crazy. Like, I don't know.
Although, did OJ in his trial, he never went on the stand either, right?
I can't remember.
I feel
like
he
did try on the glove.
He did try on the glove. It didn't fit. That's how he was acquitted. But, yeah, I feel like they said you should not get up there, and I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Which is so weird. You should almost have to if you're the main suspect in a murder trial. But I guess you played the fifth.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, she didn't have to testify. She was all fucked up on morphine. Mm-hmm. And then, so, like, the only highlight to me of the trial, like, I mean, there's, like, a lot of highlights, but, like, you know, whatever. It's, it was crazy. The craziest thing that I read about the trial was that, so when they took the bodies away, her dad and her stepmom's bodies, like for an autopsy. They took the heads off. I don't know why, but
like before they removed the bodies from the house.
No, like
like when they were examining
in the autopsy, like during the autopsy they removed the heads.
Sure.
And then they brought the skulls into the courtroom, like to like as part of evidence.
What?
To like show like
how it's
all,
like
I don't
all
know.
chunked apart.
I guess I don't know, but like they brought the skulls into the courthouse and like Lizzie fainted, and it was just like, it sounded like a total fucking shit show. Like it was just like, why would you do that?
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy to me that she was acquitted at all because, the judge in the trial pronounced her, quote, probably guilty at the preliminary hearing.
Oh my God.
They're like bringing her and they're like, okay, so this bitch is probably guilty, but we're going to have a trial anyway, I guess.
Oh my God.
Like, holy shit.
And then we're not even going to, like, she wasn't proven guilty by a jury.
Yeah. And it was just a group of old dudes with big mustaches who just like sat there through the trial and, you know, they were like, okay, I don't think she did it, you know? So yeah, she got off. I don't get it. I mean, the trial was just a shit show. It was all crazy, it sounded like.
Yeah.
But the thing that I care about is what happened after the trial. After she gets acquitted from murdering her parents, she just stayed in the town. She just was like, cool, I'm just going to live my life. Like, cool.
Yeah, but it's fine because nobody knew who she was because she changed her name to Lisbeth. So, yeah. I mean, like, she was, like, flying under the radar at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, nobody even looked twice.
You look familiar. Are you that Lizzie? I almost said Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, yeah, Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. Are you that Lizzie Borden girl? No. My name's Elizabeth. Nice to meet you. I've never seen you before, and I've never lived here till now.
Who is Lizzie Borden? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, never heard of her. Yeah. She sounds like she killed her parents.
That's so weird. What a crazy bitch. No, she literally just stayed in town. She like inherited all the money from her parents. Actually, I think it was her stepmom who had a lot of money too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
both the parents did.
Yeah, I think they both had like a lot of money, but it like passed to her and her sister. So she just like moved into this big ass baller mansion in a nicer part of town. But like she could have gone anywhere. She could have left town, started over. Like she got out of jail. She had a get out of jail free card and she just stayed there. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I guess she like wanted to prove to people like, look how not guilty I am. I'm just going to stay here. You guys.
Oh my. Yeah, that is weird. It's like, yeah, it's very try hard.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I feel like maybe she was just like kooky and didn't like. I mean, she really never even moved out, so maybe she like she just didn't know anything else and was like fine living there.
Yeah, I guess. But at least she like moved into like this really nice house. It was like modern. It had electricity, had indoor plumbing. It was like, you know, everything she'd missed out on fucking growing up in her weird fucking house.
She still ate 5 days old mutton, but when she had diarrhea, she could at least use a toilet and then wash her asshole in the shower
and have like privacy.
Yeah.
So she and her sister moved into this nice house and they just like Grey Gardens it up together.
What are the Grey Gardens ladies' names?
I don't know, but I need to watch that.
It's like something Beale, right? Or
I don't remember.
Grey Gardens.
Grey Gardens. I mean, it is Massachusetts.
It is, yeah.
And they called their estate Maplecroft. So
Maplecroft. Oh, hello. My name's Lisbeth, and I live at Maplecroft.
And then her sister's like, I'm Emma.
I'm Emma, and I live at Maplecroft.
I don't know. Yeah, her and Emma, her sister, they also bought this huge 10-foot tall blue granite monument for their parents, for their dad and stepmom. Mm-hmm. They spent more than $2,000 on it, so like over $50K in today's money.
That's guilt.
Yes, that's what I'm saying,
dude.
Guilty as fuck. Mm-hmm. And then so we didn't talk very much about the maid, but like the maid that lived there was named Bridget. And she was kind of an integral part of the trial proceedings. Like she was like she was in I think she was like in her little like maid quarters or whatever.
Yeah.
At the time, but like she had to testify, I think, in the trial, and so like she was drawn into all this drama. But I think after everything was like settled, she got out of there.
Dude, she moved to Butte, Montana, and and she fucking, she's like, get me out of here. Also, I feel like this is also
Butte, Montana.
It's Butte, I know, but it looks like butt with an E, Butty.
Yeah.
But this is what I was gonna say. There's just so many things like the sealskin cape that makes me not like Lizzie Borden, and then like we get to this part where Bridget, whose name was Bridget, was called Maggie at their house by Lizzie and her sister because they didn't want to bother to learn her actual name after their old maid, who was actually called Maggie, quit.
Yeah, it's like such a fucking rich asshole, like bitchy thing to do.
It's
like
so bitchy.
You call somebody the wrong name and you're like, oh, you're the replacement. You're Maggie part 2.
Yeah. It's like, Maggie,
like, bitch, I have a fucking name.
Yeah. Maggie, we need our toilet buckets changed. Oh, actually, it's Bridget. Okay, Maggie, thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Maggie. You're so sweet. Love you. Bye.
Oh my God, Maggie. But also what this lady said is like on her deathbed in the 1940s, I think. So she was like an old lady by then.
Bridget, the maid
on her deathbed said that she had changed her testimony and essentially lied in court to protect Lizzie McGuire Borden. Who
you mean Lisbeth?
Excuse me, by that time Elizabeth. But yeah, so she felt guilty on her deathbed and told her own kids that like she had lied. So
oh shit.
I mean, basically she's like, yeah, that bitch was guilty, and also she never learned my real fucking name, so she can burn in hell.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So back to Lizzie though, and her Grey Gardens ass. All her friends abandoned her. People refused to sit next to her at church. Obviously. And then kids in town would like ring her doorbell in the middle of the night and pelt her house with eggs and gravel and shit. Like,
oh my God.
That's bold.
Dude.
I would not do that shit if I was a kid. If I was like walking by like some alleged axe murderer's house, I wouldn't even walk by that house. I'd pick a different route.
I feel like I'd get pressured into it if I was like in a big group maybe, but also that's the one thing that makes me feel bad for her if she didn't do it. That seems like such a sad, like she's like an older lady now, just like living on her own, and if she didn't do it, which I think she did, then it's sad because the kids are like fucking with her.
Yeah, but she could have like moved out of that goddamn town.
True, I know, but it just
she could have just gone a state over, you know?
Yeah, it makes me think of The Sandlot, and then like that sad man that lives, the blind man.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones, and then isn't the dog's name Hercules?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, they thought he was scary, but really, he was so lovely the whole time.
Yeah, I'm sure she got it out of her system and was after she murdered her dad and was like totally pleasant after all that. But
she got her money in her own house with a toilet in it, and she's like, "Hey, things are looking up."
Yeah, I feel great now. Weird. Yeah. So, but like, I'm just saying, she could have, like, she really liked to go to Boston or down to Boston, wherever in relation their hometown is to Boston. She liked to go to Boston. She liked to go to New York. Like, she liked to travel. So, like, why not just, like, move to one of those cities, you know? But she liked to visit Boston and New York and go to the theater. And she ended up developing this relationship with this woman, this actress named Nance O'Neill. And so she gets this, like, I don't know if it was like a romantic relationship or what, but it sounds like it was, because her sister did not like this relationship she had with Nance, with the actress. She really disapproved of it, of their friendship, relationship, whatever. And the final straw, I guess, they had multiple arguments over their relationship. And Lizzie threw a party Elizabeth threw a party for Nance at Maplecroft, and Emma was like, you know what, I'm done with your weird ass, and she just left. So
and they never spoke again.
Yeah, she got out of that Grey Garden situation, and she like did her own thing. But yeah, Lizzie died at Maplethorpe or Maplecroft, whatever the fuck it's called, some snooty ass name. She died on June 1st, 1927, and she made sure that nobody was invited to her burial.
Oh, that's
She was
weird.
so salty. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you're that salty, you should have just fucking moved away.
No, I think you just sounded so weird.
Why?
Like an old-timey lady. I don't know, like...
She should have just moved away. I don't understand.
I don't understand. She should have just moved away. I don't know what that is.
Shitty, like, transatlantic accent.
Yeah.
But she died alone.
I know, but she made sure no one was invited to her burial. Probably because she was like, I'm a piece of shit. I killed people. Don't come to my funeral. I'm not worth it. And it's like, yeah. Well, if you killed those people.
I think she thought pretty highly of herself and was like, don't come to my funeral, you fucking bitches. Like, I'm going to die and I'm going to be buried, and I don't want anybody to cry about it. And everybody was like, yeah, no, we aren't. It's fine.
No, we're good. I think I'm busy that day.
Yeah, it's like she didn't invite anybody to her funeral, and everybody's like, okay. Cool.
She's like, you're not invited to my funeral. Oh, yeah, well, I'm like busy that day. Oh, you don't know when I'm going to die. You don't know when the funeral is. I'm going to be busy.
Oh, yeah, my calendar's just full.
Yeah. No, but I'm pretty sure I'm busy, so...
Yeah, well, and the reason why we're like into this right now, this topic, is because there's a new movie coming out, you guys.
Oh my God.
With Chloe Sevigny and Kristen Stewart. And it looks sexy as fuck.
Oh my God. It's not Chloe Sevigny?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Sevigny.
Dude, it is steamy. It is
very steamy.
Sexy lesbian stuff, which now that you said that her and Nance had a special relationship, and after seeing this trailer, which I just watched today, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe she was like,
she's
getting her own
a
thing
lesbian.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is part of this, so this movie is like obviously fiction, but it's like based on this theory this guy had.
That author?
Yeah, there was like a guy that wrote a book.
Oh, yeah. Ed McBain wrote a book in 1984, and he alleged that they had an affair. Bridget Maggie, the maid.
Yeah, Bridget Maggie. The maid and Lizzie, yeah, they had an affair. They were having like a lesbian affair. And like he thinks that their little dalliance like precipitated the violence.
Yeah, which, okay, if you watch this trailer, so apparently there's like a bunch of different theories about like why this happened, how it happened. There's so much.
Yeah.
But in the trailer, the first thing that was weird to me is that it looks like maybe the dad was like diddling the maid.
Yeah.
And she was not into it, and he was like real creepy. And so that was surprising to me, but that is a theory that like he maybe molested the maid and like his daughters potentially.
Yeah.
So that's like the first part of it, which I was like, holy shit. And then it's like, oh, but on top of that, they maybe had a romance and like maybe they plotted it together.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is all like very speculative, but I mean, it would give like a motive to Lizzie really brutally murdering her stepmom and her dad.
I mean, I feel like she already had reasons. Also,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, because, we talked about how, like, it was super hot and she had diarrhea for 5 days and was already trying to poison them. So,
I mean, like, who wouldn't want to murder their family with an axe, you know?
Dude, I mean, but also, like, you know how
We've been saying I mean so many times.
Really? In this one?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We'll cut some of them out, maybe.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Some of the other theories are that, like, a stranger came in and, like, just killed them and then, like, left for a little bit and then came back when the dad got home. That seems unlikely.
Far-fetched.
Yeah. But also, in crimes of passion, people tend to, like, overkill.
Yeah.
And I feel like a random stranger, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but a random stranger would come in, maybe hit them 2 or 3 times to make sure they're dead and then leave. But like nothing was stolen or anything.
Right.
It's so dumb. So it's like obviously like you killed this person way too many times. It was personal to whoever did it.
Yeah. It was so violent, and it was like the only 2 people that, I mean, because Lizzie was there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if her sister was there or not. I think her sister might have been out, and the maid was there. So how come they didn't, get killed? Like if there was really a random person coming in. So who knows?
Yeah.
But this movie looks very hot, and
oh my God.
I really want to see it. But then I don't know. There's a line from the movie that is just.
I liked it. Okay, there's like a line towards the end of the trailer, and it's like, Chloe Savini is asked a question. She plays Lizzie Borden, by the way. And she's asked a question, and the answer is, "This is America, sir. Every man with a pulse has enemies." But, which I liked the line. Erin hates it, but
I don't like it.
I also thought, to be fair, I thought that it said the first time I heard it, "This is America, sir. Every man with a pulse is an enemy," and I was like, oh, ooh. That's a good line, because she's a woman in America, and that's what it's like to be #a woman in America. So, but yeah, you hate that line, because I think you think it's cheesy.
It's so cheesy. It's like, whoa.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, Jack hates that line, too.
Oh, buddy. He doesn't like it either. It's like, I don't know. It's just like not good writing, because I was so into it, and then it was like, that line was said, and I was like, oh, it's like somebody farted
on their new couch.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this whole thing was so sexy until that.
Oh, I don't really know what it was in response to. Maybe I need to listen to it again. Oh,
you just burped. Anything else? Anything else to add about this axe murder situation?
No. I guess my final thought would be that I think she totally did it. My only thing is that, and I feel like I've heard other, like, weird theories about, like, how maybe, I don't know. I've heard other weird theories that I can't remember where I heard them, so there's no reason in saying them. But my only thing is, like, why didn't she have more blood on her? Because if you, like, axed someone that severely, you'd have a ton of blood on, like, your face and your hair, on your arms, everywhere, on your clothes. But she could have changed her clothes and, like, washed up in between.
Yeah.
So it's plausible to me. And they didn't have the, I mean, the whole fact that the police did such a shitty job of detective work on when they got to the scene is just the reason why it's unsolved. But I think she did it.
Goddamn hot dog squad. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I think too. I mean, there was just so much time to like do whatever she needed to do to like not look guilty.
Yeah.
To like get rid of evidence or whatever, you know?
It's also just weird that she was just like, my parents were just killed. Please leave, but leave the morphine behind. And like, she was like acting so weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll see the movie though. I'm interested.
The movie looks
I know
good.
there was also like a mini series that Christina Ricci was in that I need to watch.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think it's on Netflix, but
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm like interested in this story, but also it's just like so old, and I think she did it. So it's not one of those ones to me where it's like, oh no, we'll never solve it.
Yeah.
I really like want to focus on it and like think about it. It's like meh. I just think she did it.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part of the story is the folk rhyme that came out of it.
Yeah.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
So good.
Oh, bars.
Oh, burn. Fucking 4-bar Friday. We should set it. We should have set it to music.
I know. Well, it is to a song called Tarara Boom Die. That's the tune that it goes to.
Oh, I know that.
I was listening to and I'm like, I don't know how to sing this to that.
Oh.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks, and when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Yeah, that's
Ta-ra-ra, boom, die. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a musical genius! You're a regular Kanye.
Oh fuck.
JK.
Lord.
JK. Oh man, nobody wants to be him right now.
No.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you like our hot take on Lizzie Borden. I know you have many options of listening to content about Lizzie Borden. We appreciate you choosing us.
Thank you for choosing DTFU today. Follow us on social media. It's at DTFU Podcast on all the platforms.
Yeah.
And don't eat too much candy over the holiday. Your teeth could get cavities.
Yeah. Go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Make sure you're flossing.
Oh my God, I went today. I have been flossing very well, so it was like it makes it so much easier. But I have like a burn on the roof of my mouth because I didn't wait until my food was cool enough to eat it recently. And so when they were like, scraping around right there, I was like, oh.
Owie.
Owie, 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 owie.
Owie, owie. Yeah. Be excellent to yourself.
And each other.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.